Hey guys, welcome back. We've made it. She's working on getting a band-aid opened. She's got a little bit of a finger scratch, but I was gonna see if I could show you guys through this. Hold on. It's our view, and hopefully you can see through that. We're about to start homeschool. I got some work to get done with her and with Braden. They both have schoolwork that needs to be completed that they have not started yet. So we are trying to get that together, and I'm trying to get all my notes and stuff together. But the weather here has been really warm. It's like 74 and it feels really good. So that's a huge plus. Jackson is getting spoiled. He's getting to do fun things, so that being left at home to hang out with his dad maybe, doesn't seem so terrible. Because we are traveling, we don't really know exactly how long we're going to be here. I do know that it's going to be for several weeks for sure. They are coming down to stay with us for a while, but it's going to be a little while until then, so we're just trying to keep him occupied and trying to do fun stuff with him too, because it's hard on all of us, and it's hard on him to really understand. So I don't know what's going on by me, but yeah, so we're gonna get started on some homeschool, and then we will be back and I'll talk to you guys a little bit. But can you put 2 more 4s there for me, please?
Thank you.
Nope, keep going on the line. Good job.
Is that it?
This new math, so this is Braden's, and the question is 136 divided by 4, right? So they want us to write it like this and break it down like that, or like this and break it down, which I finally figured out how to do it. However, this is the way that I did it growing up, the way that I did it this time to get the answer. They're the same answers, but why is it so much more work? I'm actually very confused, and now I have to learn this to be able to teach him. I don't really, it's so much more work. Go ahead and go push the button. We are gonna go get our laundry that we started earlier.
I want good.
And that's the pretty mural that they have. They have a different one on every floor and a different wall color. And this tells you like what temperature it is and what's going on in the area or at the house. Yes. Oh yeah. They do have this for St. Patrick's Day, which is cute. I like it. And then see, it just tells you all kinds of stuff. Tells you the apps you can download and like just important information and stuff. I'm waiting on the elevator.
I hear people.
This is the laundry room. You gotta push it. It's kind of a heavy door.
Yeah, it is.
And then they got all these washer and dryers, and we'll go over here to ours. And empty it. And they've got a place for you to like fold your clothes and stuff. I think they have an ironing board as well. They have that chair because I think like once a month or maybe, I don't know, something like that, people come and do your hair. They give out haircuts here. There's like a nice little waiting area. There's some toys to play with. There's a workout area that my kids seem to think that they need to do. And then, oh, I got to take my number. You gotta write your number on these when you use them. So you just gotta swipe that off. All right, come on. And then I got all the laundry. And then we're gonna go down there. Yeah, you wanna pull it? That's fine. Then we're gonna go out through here. Let me hold the door for you. We're gonna go down that hallway. Come on, baby. There you go. Down through here. And they do have a Coke machine because they have like a water and ice machine upstairs. I think it's 50 cents for a can of Coke. You can come down here and get you a can and then take it up to the dining room. They have, the hall is lined with shirts of like past years and stuff. Oh, my Dexcom's going off. And then they have this nice little area, and then they have this is like the hangout room. You can see they have arts and crafts in the back. They have video games. They have a pool table. They have a huge couch, 2 TVs, some other games and stuff. They have a bunch of stuff down here. Did you already push the elevator button? Oh, okay. They have these things. Like they're gonna have the manicure Monday. You can go, yes, and get that done. They've got this, and then they've got like the weekly schedule of what's gonna go on, and events.
That's number 2.
A different level than us. And we're gonna ride the elevator. Our laundry.
I got the laundry.
Yeah, see that. Hopefully nobody's like on the other side of this door when it opens. Because I want to try, well, I'm trying not to make a short clip, you know. Woo!
That's fun.
Because I've been making a lot of short clips.
If somebody's on the other end.
Okay. And now,
And Charlotte.
yes, there's the TV that tells you again the things to do. And then, I got it. We're gonna unlock our door. And go. It's a little heavy. Ignore the mess. Brady's book bag most of that's pretty much the only thing that's kind of messy, and a little bit of the homeschool area is messy. But okay, so now I'm going to talk to you guys about a few things. You guys go ahead and turn the TV on if you want and start a movie. So basically, we have already done some appointments. One of them was rescheduled, and I will explain why. Because, let me open this up so I can get some light. I did call and get permission for my daughter to be with me at these appointments and stuff at the children's hospital, and everything was fine with that. So I assumed that that was okay and that the EEG would kind of be the same issue. However, it turned out the EEG was going to be done at the main hospital, not the children's hospital. So I don't have my thing, so we're gonna try this. Okay, move my chair over here. Okay, baby. It's blinding me, but I'm sure I'm lit up really good, so make sure I don't look absolutely terrible. Okay, so the main hospital has they wouldn't accept her. So I had to reschedule that to when my husband's coming down. Because they're coming down, you know, because Jackson's still in school right now, so he can't afford to miss like a whole lot of days, because you guys know how that is. So, but they will be coming down, and then we have it rescheduled. I thought this would be a fun idea, but if I'm going to cover my face, I don't know if it would be or not. I may have to try to do it a little differently. I'm sorry. Okay, this might be a little bit better. So, that's what's going on. We're doing that. We are, so I've rescheduled that. We're going to make up for that. Everything's going to be fine. I haven't opened these curtains yet this morning.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're stuck together. It's okay.
How did that happen?
They're, I guess, hooked together on purpose. However, they were open. So, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I can do this. I believe in myself. Alright. Yeah, I guess I can't open this one all the way, because the thing's not there. So there's going to be blinds in the background of this one. That's okay. I don't know how long that's going to like stay like that. And that's my Dexcom again, so I should probably at least see what my sugar is. It's 81. It's not terrible. Hey, Sadie, if you're going to be in here, you have to be quiet, okay? Because I'm recording. Thank you. Okay. So the EEG, again, had to be rescheduled. And, but we did do his swallow study. But his swallow study did show that he was aspirating. into his lungs. So not every swallow, but it was, especially with thinner liquids. So they did recommend that we thicken his liquids and his drinks and stuff, and like things like soup, yogurt, stuff like that. However, insurance does not cover the thickener. So we did find some on Amazon and stuff, because we have to supply us, the school, we have to get individual packets to be able to travel with and keep on us. So it's like a new learning curve for us, and then they're going to check him in a couple of months. She said that it's like rewiring the brain to kind of get it to focus more on swallowing, and then in strengthening those muscles. So he should get it figured out. It should kind of fix itself, she said. If not, we get referred to an ENT, but she believed that it would. So that's pretty much what is going on right now. That's all I know as of right now. He has, cardiology and ortho and obviously more things coming. So I will update. I'll show you guys when my husband gets here, which they won't be here for like a week and a half, maybe a little bit more. So that's the hardest thing right now, is really just going through that, going through this part alone and just trying to make it work and everything. So it's just kind of hard right now, but hold on one second. Sorry, I had to give them some coloring stuff they were wanting to color. So anyways, that is what's going on. That's where we're at right now we've got to figure out the thickener. It's not terribly expensive, so there is sort of cheaper options, I guess. However, we want to use the same kind that the hospital uses, and we want to use the liquid instead of the powder, because Braden already struggles with like textures and things, and I know he wouldn't drink it if it had like a gritty texture. So we're working on getting the liquid one. So Amazon has like a pump. It's 55 ounces, and every one pump is for 4 ounces of liquid. So I don't think that'd last super long, and it's $80. And then I'm not even sure how much the individual ones are yet. I haven't really looked into that. I don't really understand why insurance doesn't cover things, because this is important, obviously medically necessary. So I don't understand. It's not just the kind of insurance that Braden has. Apparently this is like across the board type thing, which is also crazy. I know that this is common with a lot of people, especially older people, or maybe other people that have other things going on. So I just don't understand. And this is obviously, you guys know this is not the only thing that we run across that it doesn't cover. At all, partially, whatever. So I don't really understand that. That just kind of, it doesn't make sense to me. It's not on the highest of high scales of what things could cost, but when you're popping out $80 every single time you need some, I'm sorry, it's my Dexcom again. I should eat some crackers, I guess. But I don't know. Let's say we're doing $80 every 2-3 weeks, something like that, roughly, just for the pump. Then I don't even know how much the packets are. We can assume it's probably somewhere-ish in that area. So you're looking at $100, $150 probably. On the lower end of, because I don't know how much those are. So, and the only thing is, like, I couldn't find big packets. It comes like 10, like travel packets. So I need to figure that out. Plus, they only come in what I've found. Now I'm new to this, so I haven't really been around everything, but like the packets are only like 4-ounce packets. Like you put it in 4 ounces of drink. So I got 3 samples from the hospital. Hold on, I want to make sure. I hope this is the same one that I had already opened, but it has like the kind of it in everything, and it's nectar thickness. So it's not, she said that it's like pretty much like the next level up in thickness. It's from regular. It's not, I don't know if this is what I opened because this is a struggle. It is. Okay, well, because it did come with cups. The cups are in the bag. This is the free sample that we got. This is the only one in here that is for food. So like this would go in like soup or stuff like that. She also said, which Braden's not a huge fruit fan, but she also said that he couldn't use, or he couldn't have like oranges or watermelon or stuff like that. So this is for 32 ounces, this whole packet. And it's liquid. She said that I could also make like a gallon of milk or whatever, but it's only good for 24 hours. So I don't think I'll ever make something that size really. Especially for just him, because he'd be the only one drinking it. So it comes with a couple of these, which it's not going to last because I think that's it. 3 more. There's the third one. So 1, 2, 3. So, anyways, this one pack is only good for 4 ounces of water, or fluid, like 4 ounces of juice, milk, whatever. Obviously, he's going to be drinking more than 4 ounces at a time. So I'm going to need a couple of these. So these are going to go through really fast. And if this is the size box that you get when you order them, that's nothing. I'm going to have to order several of these. We travel all the time, but not even just like for me to bring, like when we come out here and stuff with me. Because I guess technically if I was going to be long term, I could also bring the pump, but I'd probably need a new pump for, you get my point? Like it's a lot. It turns into a lot more than you would just originally think. And, so anyways, I'm going to need these like in my purse at all times in case like, you know, it's going to be hard to remember. So I'm going to need these in my purse so I don't forget. I don't know how you can store these either. I think they're just regular. It does have an expiration date. So I'm going to need a bunch of these to keep on me at all times, in case we go to the park or we take a trip, we go to somebody else's house. I'm not going to want to carry the pump with me to somebody else's house, which that's usually around like holidays and stuff. That's pretty much the only time we visit people. But, you know, when we come out here, we're going to need things like this. And this is more discreet than me carrying a pump downstairs because you can't have things up here. So it's like, you're going to have to carry a pump. I'm trying not to make it, you know, and then I have to do it for school too. So I don't know if these would be easier or if I just buy an entire pump for them as well. I don't know how long the pump is good for because he's only drinking there a couple of times a day. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It really is. And it only comes with one food thing. And it's like, I don't know how to do this. I mean, it's self-explanatory, but it's sad. I don't know why we have to do this. I mean, I do. Let me stop there because I don't want somebody to be like, well, you just said. I understand. Like, I get why we're having to do it. I just don't at the same time. You know, every time he gets a new diagnosis or goes through something new, it's just really hard to understand why it just kind of keeps going in this direction. I cut my sound off. It was not supposed to do that. It went up. It's at 84 now. It's just below. It was my husband, sorry. Anyways, I have it set for anything below 90 just because typically my sugar when it goes below 90 just kind of goes. And my sugar is getting better because like the medicine and stuff, but it's typically like not used to being that low. So I usually start feeling kind of weird after like under 90, but that's getting a little bit better because my sugar is actually staying sort of where it's supposed to. Is it really going to do it again? No, it's just a reminder. Yeah, it says mildly thick, so I don't know. And she said like that he was only doing it sometimes, and but obviously that's a concern. And she said that some of it was getting stuck, and then it was causing it to go the other way. So that's something that we're learning, but that's for the most part that's pretty much all we know right now, because the other one got canceled, unfortunately, because they wouldn't let me bring my kid. And it's not like I understand that that's not ideal. I really do. However, I was under the impression that it was, first of all, the hospitals are connected. I can walk down the hallway and end up in the other hospital. So I kind of thought, that it would be okay. So maybe that's on me for assuming that. But at first, I originally thought that they were the same thing, that it was at the Levine Children's Hospital. Then when I found out that it was at the other one, I thought it would still be okay because, and then they did put it in his chart for her to be with me. So, and then when he had his swallow study done, I thought we were going to have to stand outside. But they put Sadie behind the barrier, like where their little office is, and then they pulled up the screen for her to watch it too. Have you guys ever seen somebody take a swallow test? It's cool and weird at the same time because you can literally watch it. It's an X-ray video. It's really cool and weird, and Braden was mixed feelings about it, but she was great. She was like, take 5 sips of the barium and then you can have an Oreo. So he stacked up on Oreos. And they gave Sadie some too because, but they put her back there so that she could watch, and then she could see me and him through the glass, but she was protected. And then they wrapped me up. They put a thing here, and then a thing to let Braden pick which one to put over me and stuff. And I was actually hands-on with him, and I love that. I really appreciate when they let me do that. I was the one giving him stuff. I was there to comfort him and hold him, and they were great as well. So it was a good experience, and I was really glad for that. It does suck about the about the EEG, because I came all the way out here, and now there's a few days before another appointment, and maybe I could have pushed the barium swallow test out a few days to try to make them line up better, and I could have stayed at home longer. Had I known, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Maybe I could have pushed it. I did try to move his appointments that are in April because I don't want to come down every single month. I'm trying to give Braden that break, and myself, to be completely honest, and my kids and my husband, and just kind of give us this break in time. I don't think, but I may have, because I can't remember anything, that I've discussed this and stuff, but me and my husband have talked. I'm pretty sure I have, but I'm going to say it again, about what's important doctors and what's not important doctors. And let me explain that a little bit, because that probably sounds crazy if you are watching from the outside. You don't have a sick child, but you see me with a sick child and you're like, you're just not gonna take him to the doctor? No. One, mentally, he needs a break. He is too much all at one time. The past 2 years have been crazy, but the past year specifically has been a battle. And it's really, really, really taken a toll from him, and his mental health has just went downhill, and mine has, and my family has. And, I don't think a family vacation is something that we can swing at the moment, because, dude, it is so hard to try to recover from these back-to-back appointments and trips and these long stays, month at a time or more. And so, but that's what my goal is. I would love, love, love to be able to take him on a trip. So that's a goal. That's something I'm hoping. I'm hoping a miracle happens and I can take him and my family for 2 days, 3 days, something. They really love Pigeon Forge. Maybe that's something we can do. It's not that far away. Maybe I'll come across some really good deals or something. But just to give him a good time, So the point is, we were thinking the doctors that he sees that are kind of just keep wanting to test, they've not come up with any answers. They don't really know anything. They're just doing this, this, and this. I don't think those are important right now. I don't think that I should be focused on them. I need to be focused on the ones that are making a difference right now. The ones that are changing his life. The ones that do know what's going on. I realize that the other ones have been important, but also we've been seeing several of them for a year or more now, and we're not getting anywhere. Some of them are just regular visits at this point. And if we're not getting anywhere, it's putting him through a lot for nothing. We still have not got his genetics results back, which is taking much longer than I expected it to, and I was hoping that would open some doors up and would lead us in the right direction of what doctors to see and not see. I think we can stretch some out more. I think pulmonology is something that he needs to follow up with, obviously, because they just diagnosed him with asthma and he has that small lung. However, I don't think that it needs to be frequent. I think it can be 6 months or a year, maybe, possibly. The rods we have to do every 3 months. There's nothing I can do about that. It's perfectly fine. It's mandatory. It is something that is helping him and that he needs and that affects his future. Cardiology, obviously, however many times they want to see him, that does range how often they want to see him. it's been every like 2 to 3 months, and it's been all the way out to as long as a year. It fluctuates based on what they see. But that's important, right? Like that affects him now, in the future, all that time in between, it affects him. So that's very important. Dermatology he has an appointment with. I would love to kind of see what's going on with, like, he has molluscum and it's reoccurring and it happens every year, and sometimes it's very, very bad and it looks like burns all over him. And we've never seen a dermatologist for that except for the diagnosis that they done, because they took a what do you call it? I'm just gonna call it a sample, but you know I'm talking about, like they actually took it out and tested it, and that's as far as we ever went with that. So I'd love to see him touch base on that. But like as far as that, they could probably give me a treatment plan and we can move past that, right? Immunology just tests for allergies, which I do think is important, but also that falls under, he could have allergy tests through a different doctor. So I think we're just trying to, you know, move things around. We shouldn't be traveling this much and kind of ending up with not as much answers. We have been getting more answers more frequently now, but it is kind of like there's a group of things, a group of people and doctors and surgeons and that's giving us answers, that's giving us, you know, like a way to go. And then there's these over here who just continuously want to do things. And some of them are repetitive. Some of them are like, well, let's try this again, or let's try this again. Or they're not even seeing him really. They're just like a pediatrician. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way, because like pediatricians are amazing and great, but you know, like you go in and you do a checkup and you do the same things, and then it's kind of like that's it. Or they want to send referrals. And referrals. Just be like, well, it could be this, so let's send you to this doctor. Or it could be this, let's send you to this one too. Or it could be this, let's do this test. I don't want to do the could be's right now, because I want his life. I want his childhood. I want it to be worth it. I want it to be memorable. I don't want it to be miserable. I want to help him. I want to lengthen his life. And if it's not doing those things, then it's time we slow down on them, because everybody in our family, especially him, needs a break. We need, all of us, mental like recuperation. Is that how you say it? We need time to bounce back financially, because there is no bouncing back. We are literally stretched to the absolute max when it comes financially. We are making it. We are paying bills. We are paying medical bills. We are paying for these trips. But I mean, we are stretched, honey. So it's just time to stretch things out, you know, to be like, yes, I understand, and I want you to see him again. However, I think we should wait a few months, or we can push it out a little bit, and then there's another appointment we can link it up with. You know, instead of me coming this month, this week, and we're here for a month or two at a time, or we're coming every single week, or we're coming bi-weekly or whatever, because it's so hard to coordinate at the same time. I do not know why. It's the same hospital. It's the same, like, thing. Winston-Salem and this is under the same name now. It's the same charts. It's the same everything. So why we can't figure it out, I don't know. But that's the goal anyways. So that's what we're going through. It's what we're dealing with. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys keep coming back. I want to show you guys a couple of things. So yeah, you guys got to see a little bit of the Roman dollhouse up front today, because I always tell you about it, and you saw some of the beneficial things, and maybe I'll do a little bit more if you guys are interested in that. Let me know.